Hello everybody, I'm John. This is JP Strategic Investments, and today I want to just kind of touch on a trend that I'm seeing with cybersecurity stocks and their earnings. And I want to talk about this because CrowdStrike's earnings are coming up pretty soon. So if I share my screen here, what I'm showing you guys right now is OKTA stock. And OKTA is another type of cybersecurity company. They tend to focus on access control, multi-factor authentication, stuff like that. But they just reported earnings today, and their stock is down 5.3% after hours. They did not give really great guidance, and their earnings even for the quarter weren't that great as well. But this is not the only one. Zscaler and Cloudflare have both reported earnings in the last few weeks or so, and both of those stocks didn't do too bad, but they both had dramatic negative reactions in the stock price. Cloudflare dropped about 10%, and Zscaler stock was down about 20% after those earnings. And so I'm looking at all of these cybersecurity companies reporting earnings, and it looks like expectations are a lot higher than maybe the analyst numbers are implying, especially with what we've been seeing with Russia. A lot of these stocks have kind of rebounded and been up big as a result of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. And so a lot of this is making me think that even if CrowdStrike comes out and reports not bad or even pretty good earnings, their stock may take a decent hit as well. So this is just something that I'm looking at, something that I've been seeing. Now I know with cybersecurity, there is a lot of variation that sometimes a lot of people don't realize. When you think of cybersecurity stocks, you kind of lump them all into one basket, right? Cybersecurity companies, it's all cybersecurity, it's all the same. But there's actually a lot of variation within different things. For example, Zscaler is actually kind of a partner and not as much of a competitor with CrowdStrike, whereas a company like Palo Alto is more of maybe a competitor to CrowdStrike. And so there is a lot of variation and specialization within cybersecurity. Two-factor, multi-factor authentication versus endpoint security, like where CrowdStrike does most of their stuff. And so there is some variation here. And part of me is wondering, is maybe there a clear winner, like possibly CrowdStrike, with this threat of Russia and cyber attacks and what's going on? Our companies and our government organizations specifically just saying, hey, you guys are the best, or maybe one or two companies are the clear winners here, and not a lot of the other cybersecurity companies are seeing a benefit. Because you would imagine, and especially after some of the things that different executives and even President Biden has said, cybersecurity, there's a lot of demand for that right now. And the thing is, we haven't really seen big guidance come out from these companies. And so it kind of makes you wonder, is something else going on, or is maybe, just one or two companies getting a lot of these big contracts? So it'll be interesting to see what happens with CrowdStrike's earnings. Now, this is their fourth quarter, and I'm really hoping that they give full year guidance, because that would be something that would be really interesting to see how their guidance compares with analyst expectations, because analysts are actually expecting CrowdStrike's growth to significantly slow. And so it'll be interesting to see, maybe not just the next quarter, but as far as the next year, what they really expect from revenue, from EPS, and different things like that. And it'll be really interesting to see what they say on the earnings call, because I would imagine some of these analysts are going to ask, what have you seen as far as demand with, everything that's been going on? Are you gaining more revenue? Are you gaining more contracts, right? Because I think a lot of analysts right now, a lot of investors expect these cybersecurity companies to be doing really well right now. And then we're seeing these earnings and we're going, oh, maybe not. And so it'll be really interesting to see. I might, depending on the situation, depending on what the premiums look like, buy a few put options just as a short-term hedge there. If I do make any trades around their earnings, if I do buy a few put options, I'll definitely let you guys know in my Discord server. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the invite link in the description. Other than that, let me know what you guys think about this, about kind of the trend with these earnings that we've seen, and about CrowdStrike maybe going forward. Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.